Multi-generational living, some pros and some cons. I'd love to say that life's all sunshine and daisies when you're living with your aging parents, or vice versa, that you may be having your adult children move back in with you. But I've got some pros and cons for you coming right up. Hey everybody, Stacy Hesser here, your favorite realtor in all of Southern Oklahoma. I'm going to be talking to you guys today about a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. It really is something that means a lot to me, and it's really been something that my family has lived now for a few generations. We're going to be talking about multi-generational living. Why might I be an expert on this to talk about it? Well, I'm living the dream, folks. I'm living the dream. In 2020, my dad passed away, and my mom was, of course, living by herself. Coincidentally, Carl was working a project in Ardmore at the same time. So we had a big family discussion and decided that it would be best for us to go ahead and move in with mom and not have her living in her house alone. My family has, we've gone back a few generations. We've actually almost always had some kind of multi-generational living going on. My poor parents, I don't know how much time they really spent on their own without anybody living with them, whether it was their own parents or one of us adult kids living with them too. My brothers experienced this on the other end of the spectrum with their adult kids moving back in with them. Unfortunately, they've just been priced out of the market, and this is truly an ongoing trend in our housing market, but more on that because, you know, I am a realtor. We're going to talk a little bit about real estate. So one of the pros for sure of living together in a multi-generational house, we are able to pool our resources together. And because we can do that, and Carl and I can help provide her with some relief with some of her household bills, she's able to travel and do a lot of other things that she probably wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So pooling together your financial resources is really something that could benefit you, whether, again, it's your aging parents or your adult children. One of the cons, however, is privacy and a lack of boundaries in some cases, depending on the square footage of the home that you're living in and basically how the layout of the home is. It can be tough to find those bits of privacy, whether it's for yourself or between you and your spouse. You've really got to knuckle down and figure that out. So that's probably one of the hottest priorities I feel there is in making sure that a multi-generational home can work. The next biggest thing, and this was a biggie in Carl and I making our decision to move in with my mom, but we really wanted to provide for her some kind of a support system. And what was very unexpected in this is my mom provides us with a bit of a support system too. So I think as we see our parents get older, sometimes we forget the value that they can really provide in our own lives and the things that they can do for us and help us in our daily lives. So mom still loves cooking for her family, so she cooks. We take turns. I don't put all of this on my mom, but we do take turns. And my mom's my driver. So this is a biggie for me in what I do in real estating in the state of Oklahoma. I'm kind of unique that I cover a large area. I don't mind traveling, but I don't mind traveling because my mom will drive me. So I can literally work as she's driving us from point A to point B. A con is definitely trying to figure out some kind of conflict resolution. We're all adults, and sometimes parents forget to not parent. And they forget that I'm 50 or that my brother's adult kids living with them, they're in their mid-20s. I get moody with my mom sometimes. I love her to pieces, and it can be a struggle at times just having to remind my mom not to mom so hard. One of the benefits that I feel, and this goes both ways. This is both for me and my mom, but I feel like because we're together, we're a little more accountable. I enjoy going to the gym, and it makes my mom go to the gym too, which is great for her. She's involved in a Silver Sneakers program, and she loves it. But make sure you have some time apart too. I've always noticed in my own self that when I start to get moody with mom is when we've had a little bit too much together time. And it sucks, but you know, we We both have our opinions on things. So you just need to make sure that you're minding that or being sensitive to how much time that it is that you're spending together. And I'm just going to tell you, I always have a stash of beer and bourbon on hand in my house at all times. And that can help too. Even for my mom, she loves bourbon and tea. So it goes both ways. Another pro, and this is actually becoming a lot more of a national trend, people pooling their resources together to buy a bigger house. This is a great way for you to pool your money together and buy something that is suitable for a multi-generational living situation. By the way, I am a realtor, so if you have any questions about moving to Oklahoma or purchasing a home in Oklahoma, I would love to help you out. Now that I'm up in the city, I'm also down in southern Oklahoma. I cover an even larger area of the state, and I would be happy to help you. So if you have any further questions about buying real estate in Oklahoma, give me a call. One of the things that you're going to be struggling with is going to be storage. Even with my dad having the shop, we still downsized some of our stuff to be able to move in with my mom. Storage can definitely be a tricky thing. You may need to get a storage unit. Maybe you need to get a shed, anything like that, just so that you can have enough space for all of this stuff. The last thing I have for you is, I already touched on it already, but really talking about driving.
So as I was editing this, I realized I was talking about driving, but really it's a far greater issue than just that. I have been filled with sadness and tears at times, helping clients whose parents had deceased and nobody knew. I'm even getting a little emotional. I'm sorry, guys, but like I said, I'm talking about driving and all of this, but really it's just about keeping tabs on your aging parents. I am super grateful that I have this closeness with my mom to make sure that she's doing well and that she's capable of driving, that she's capable of taking care of herself. She's making good meals. But I have truly been in some horrific situations, either with the parent passing or the kids live far away and they don't realize what kind of living conditions their parents are in. It's just so sad that people can be so unaware, or that your parents aren't completely honest with you because they're too proud to talk to you about it. So it's not always anybody's fault when it comes to that stuff, but I just wanted to touch on this a little more deeply because it really isn't just about driving. It's a lot more than that. It's a weird role reversal with our parents. You need to have that conversation with them to help them keep their pride intact, but offer the help anyways. But I really wanted to just kind of explain this piece of it a little bit more because I wasn't quite saying it correctly, but this is really a big thing in all of this, and probably the piece that I'm most grateful for in being able to live with my mom or in close proximity to her. So
anything that I can do to help you along this journey of just figuring it out, whether this is either a fit for you or just coping with it, being a support for you, I would love to be there for you. All my information is on the screen right now. If you want to know more about our story and how we kind of got to this place, please be sure to check out my other video on multi-generational living, things that I have learned. So might find some other tidbits of information in there, but that's all I've got for you guys today. Until the next time, you guys. Bye.